Good morning everyone. Today we're going to see what is group and its elementary properties and equivalent definition. So here I have given the definition of group. So according to a group is nothing but a collection of elements. So here group have to satisfy three conditions mainly. So before that, first we have to choose a binary operation. So here we denoted star as a binary operation. So we defined a mapping star G cross G to G. Okay, we define a mapping from a group into another group. It's called the mapping is called a group if it satisfies the following three conditions. So here star we have chosen the binary operation. So star have to satisfy the three conditions, right? So star is associative. So first condition is associative condition, and next condition is identity condition, and third condition is inverse condition. So according to the associative condition, we have defined the associative condition here. A star B star C equal to A star B star C for all A B C belongs to G. So we have chosen three elements from a group. So it have to satisfy the associative property which is defined below. Then it have to satisfy the identity condition. Identity is nothing but an element E we usually define. So according to the identity condition, there must be an element E belongs to that group such that it have to satisfy the binary operation A star E, which is equal to E star A equal to A. So this is what the identity condition, and next it had to satisfy the inverse condition. So inverse condition is nothing but we define inverse with an element A. The inverse of A is defined by A dash. So here we can call A dash as A inverse. So we have to choose an element A from G and A dash from G. So A dash belongs to G such that it had to satisfy the binary operation A star A dash equal to A dash star A equal to E, which is called the inverse. So A star is A dash is called the inverse of A. So for a group have to satisfy the three conditions associative, identity and inverse. Here we have the example of group. So first example is Z, Q and R and C. So set of complex number, real number and integer. So these are all the example of groups under usual addition. And other set of matrix 2 cross 2 matrix. This is also satisfy the associative condition, identity condition and inverse condition. So nextly we going to say what is the elementary property of a group. So here we have given a theorem for that. So it is given that we have chosen a group G, then we have to prove that the identity element of G is unique. And if we choose an element from G, the inverse of that element is unique. So we have to prove the identity is unique and inverse is unique. So we go into the proof of the theorem. According to the proof, first we going to prove the first condition. So we have to prove the identity element of a group is unique. So we have to choose an identity element. Here E and E dash be the two identity elements we have chosen. Then we can write E dash equal to E dash, because we have already known that E is an identity element. So we can use E equal to 1. We can take E equal to 1. So E dash equal to E. Also E dash is equal to E dash. So here E dash is an identity element. So when E is an identity element, we can take E equal to 1. When E dash is an identity element, we can take E dash equal to 1. So here finally we can get E equal to E dash. So from that we can conclude the identity element of a group is unique. So nextly we are going to prove the inverse element of a group is unique. So for that, like the first condition, we have chosen two identity element. To prove the second condition, we have to choose two inverse elements. So we can choose a dash and a double dash as inverse elements of G. So here we can write a dash is equal to a dash a, which is equal to e. So here we can say a dash a equal to e, and similarly a double dash equal to e. So from that finally we can get a dash equal to a double dash. So from that we can say the inverse element is unique because we have a dash is equal to a double dash. So finally we prove the identity element and inverse elements are unique. Here we have a note that inverse of A by A inverse. We can denote inverse of A by written A inverse. So next we have a theorem. In a group, the left and right cancellation laws hold. So if we take a group, the right cancellation law and left cancellation law holds. Here that is AB equal to AC equal to, which is equivalent to P equal to C. So similarly BA equal to CA equal to, which is equivalent to B equal to C. So we cancel so for now we are going to prove the theorem, the cancellation law theorem. So first we choose AB equal to AC. We can write we can multiple A inverse on both right hand side and left hand side. So we can write A inverse AB on the left hand side and A inverse AC on the right hand side. So we can combine A inverse and A in right hand side and A inverse A inverse B in left hand side. So A inverse equal to E, that is an identity element we already know from the elementary property. So also A inverse A equal to E. So from E we can cancel E each other, right and left both sides, we can get B equal to C. Similarly we can prove for BA equal to CA. So this is what the right cancellation law and left cancellation law holds for a group. So next we are going to see an equivalent definition of a group. So here we have choose a binary operation star on a group G. An element E belongs to G is called a left identity. If an element is called a left identity, we have to write E star A equal to A for any element A in G. If we have to write the right identity, we can write A star E equal to A. So for right identity element must be in right side. For left identity element must be in left side. So that is what the simplest way to hold the identity elements in mind. So here we have the example for the identity element. Next definition is likewise the element here we have to clear about the inverse element. So usually we choose a binary operation star. So here we have chosen an identity element E belongs to G. Then we have to choose an inverse element for the definition A belongs to G. An element, if A exists, then A dash must be exist because we talking about an inverse element. So A dash must be belongs to G is called left inverse. When an inverse element is called left inverse, it must satisfy A dash star A equal to E. If it is a right inverse, it have to satisfy A star A dash equal to E. This is what right inverse and left inverse. Here we have a note, the identity element E of a group G is both left identity and right identity. The inverse of any element A belongs to G is both left inverse and right inverse. That's it. Thank you.